going over the books I fully have read. This, Villains of Gotham City, is a little mini book that goes over some of Batman's popular villains and some weird ones. Not too weird like Cornelius Stark or Flamingo, but like Professor Pig and stuff like that. So yeah, popular villains and some weird ones, you know? It's a cool little book. It has images and quotes and talks about the villains. Don't remember how many villains are in it though, but it's a pretty cool little book. Batman Rebirth, #1. So, yep. My Hero Academia, Volume 37. It's like, it's good. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but it's good. And also, I made a video going over this one. The reason I didn't make a video going over this is because it's just little stuff about multiple Batman villains, and that's like, you know, like a whole bunch of pages. It's like a collection of Batman villains, of like how they, like, going over them. And then Planet Death issue 0. This is made by the people who made John Wick. It's like a horror comic, I believe. I got this for free from my comic book guy. I fucking don't remember the name of the store now, but he gave it to me for free since I bought like 4 normal comics, and I bought this big thing, and he gave this to me for free just in case I wanted to get the actual series, because I was looking into horror at the time. He's a nice guy. And then I think Shia, I don't know how to pronounce this comic name still. I believe it's number 11, since it promotes number 12 of the series. And then we have the more pornographic, well, kind of really not fully pornographic. There's some porn, like, images in this. Years of the Dragon, &1. So I believe they're connected. So yeah, but they're made by Crusade Entertainment. Crusade Entertainment. And speaking of Crusades, we got Dynamite Comics #1, Kato, or Dynamite Comics Kato Origins #1. I'm a big Green Hornet fan. So yeah, so that's why I'm actually happy I got this. Yes, I'm a Green Hornet fan. I watched the original show, reruns of it. I watched the 1960s Batman Green Hornet crossover, still rerun. And I watched the 2012, I believe it was, movie. And yeah. And then we have Free Comic Book Day, Dark Horse Comics, Hellboy, also featuring Netflix Stranger Things, another horror comic, basically. That's what Hellboy and Stranger Things are. And then another free comic book. So this is 2 stories. And yes, if there are multiple stories, I will, if I remember it, I will try to let you know. This is from IDW, Free Comic Book Day, Ninja Turtles, Who is Night Watcher. It's 2 stories. The first one is about Night Watcher. The second one looks like it's set in the 2012 Ninja Turtles universe, and it's about Splinter's Day Off. And then we get Mystery Incorporated. No, not Scooby-Doo. But this is a Image Comics comic. It's book 1, I believe, of volume 2. But it's not the first book of the series, is what I'm saying. It's a pretty good book, though. I like it. And then we have The Max Collection from Image Comics. I don't know how many are in here. I just know that it's a collection. The only one I have separate from this series, I have the 2 Max things. I got this collection, and I got number 25 by itself, which I'm happy about. And then we go to Judge Dredd with Dredd Rules #5, which has multiple stories in it. With the Judge Dredd Rules and Judge Dredd Classics, some of them are continuations, and others aren't. So that's why I'm just saying multiple stories and not like a continuous story. And then we have number 15 of the same series. And then Images of Shadowhawk Volume 2, #1 by Image Comics. I don't know. This is by Fleetway Comic. Yeah. So, yeah. And then Spawn the movie by Image Comics. I'm happy I got this. This is the only thing I have that shows Spawn's origins. And then Spawn the Dark Ages also by Image. Marvel Comics, The Hulk, Incredible Hulk, I believe Volume 1, number 360, when he was gray. This has Nightmare in it and stuff, so yeah, I like the villains. And then Captain America, I also believe Volume 1. It may not be, it was his, never mind, 50 years of Captain America. So I don't think it's Volume 1, but I don't remember what volume this specifically is, but it's 393. Same, I don't remember what volume most of these are. It's kind of hard for me to remember since I have so many comics. But this is the Invincible Iron Man number 516. This is around the time that the Marvel Avengers MCU movie's coming out. So we get like a little State Farm's like comic book strip here that talks about the movie. Also, when I read DC Comics, I know that's Marvel, but when I read DC, I count any advertisements of just being on, for some reason, just them being on Earth S, if they have like a comic strip. But with the MCU, they technically could have their own universe, since every Marvel theme park, if you go on the Marvel Wikipedia, is its own universe. Anyways, we got Marvel Legacy, The Forbidden Planet, Part 1, from the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, number 27. I'm actually happy. I was wondering about Squirrel Girl and wanted to know more about her, kinda. So I'm happy I got this. I always, for some reason, since, the shows never really show what she can do, put her at ground level hero with Spider-Man. But yeah. Hey, it's Beta Ray Bill. And I believe that's Ego. The Living Tribunal, Cosmo, Silver Surfer, and my favorite character that I don't have a goddamn comic for, Nova. Yeah, I like Nova, but I don't have any comics for them. And then we have Tarzan versus the Moon Man, Part 3, Part 4, so I can add this with number 2 and number 4, so I only need number 1. This is Tarzan number 19, so I have number 18, 19, and 20. And then another Malibu Comics, The Nightman, all new number 1, Nightman. Number 1 for the Nightman universe, Into the Darkness. I don't know if this is like a volume 2 or whatever. And then Image Comics, Ships of Fools, number 3. And then this is the complete collection of that demon porn comic. I got it because the whole story is about trying to kill Jesus, and it ain't really the porn part. With that one, at least. With that series of this character. But this one of this character is fully porn, basically. But I got it because it explains the origins of how the demon became a demon. So yeah, don't judge me, okay? And then Judge Dredd Colossus number 64. This has a parody of Batman and Edward Scissorhands in it. And then we have Marvel Legacy, Cage Part 1, Luke Cage number 166. And then we got Marvel Entertainment Group Inc. Spider-Man, Storm, and Power Man Battle Smokescreen. This was made basically as a no smoking thing. So yeah. And then the Spectacular Spider-Man number 162. And then the Uncanny X-Men number 335. Onslaught Phase 1. Okay. And then the Spectacular Spider-Man number 163. This is like the only fucking secret story I believe I have for Spider-Man. That isn't from like a Free Comic Book Day thing. And then Free Comic Book Day, all in 2025 Special Edition number 1, Superman Unlimited. This is like a preview. Or is. And then Absolute Universe. Okay, how you do it is you flip it. Boom. You flip it, because if you turn it, it's upside down. You see? So you do the flipping and you can read it, okay? You read this one. This has the intergame in it. You read it, it gives you some previews for what's going on in the main DC universe, and then you see upside down previews for the Absolute universe. So that tells you that you're supposed to flip it. And this introduces Absolute Universe's version of Mirrormaster. I mean, he's the character that you're basically seeing through the eyes of, you know, in the story. And then I got some previews of upcoming DC stuff. I got this only because it's Justice League Unlimited, and it's at issue 52, number 52, and I thought it was a comic book, an actual comic book, because it has black. Yeah, that's not Static. I thought that was Static at first. I'm like, no, Static would be a teenager unless they made him older than this. But no, that's Black Lightning, and then there's Super, you know, Boom and Captain, you know. But because Boom, I'm also a big Black Lightning fan. But yeah, this is just previews. And actually, I'm surprised. This is one of my first ever previews comics that don't show any pages from any stories they're making. And then we have IDW. Yes, even though the logo's changed, but still they count it as an IDW comic on ChatGPT, I believe. When I told him to look it up, it's Godzilla. Who the fuck is Godzilla? Godzilla. That'd be a good name of Godzilla. The new heroes versus Godzilla, and then previews for Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, and a preview for Starship Godzilla. So it's 3 stories technically though. And then Marvel Over the Edge and Under the Brick number 2, Doctor Strange. And then this is a free comic book day preview for the novel Superman Good Guy Gang. And then the Spectacular Spider-Man number 139, Tombstone. And then Spawn Universe number 1, GameStop exclusive. This has multiple stories in it, going over different versions of Spawn. And then Over the Edge number 5, Enter the Punisher. I'm missing a bunch from this series, but I got the ones I could get and the ones I wanted, which was Doctor Strange and the Punisher and Daredevil stuff. And then Over the Edge and Under the Brick number 1, starring Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Yeah. And then, okay, we kind of get another Daredevil story, kind of. He's a little bit in the Spectacular Spider-Man number 2, but this is Marvel. But he quickly gets knocked out, and it doesn't follow up on that in this. This has Vermin in it. Yeah. Anyways, this is Marvel must-haves for the free August 2024. You get the Spectacular Spider-Man number 2, Gods number 2, and Avengers Twilight number 1. And then the July version with Amazing Spider-Man number 36, which is part of the Gang War arc, Avengers number 7, and Moon Knight number 1. And then Over the Edge and Under the Brick number 6 with Daredevil and Black Panther. And then Worlds Collide number 11, Icon. This is number 16 of the series that they were having for DC, and I think this is Icon number 16, but it's Worlds Collide number 11, Icon versus Superman. This is back when Superman had the mullet hair. And then I have Batgirl Year 1 number 1. The villain in this is Killer Moth. I'm happy. I finally got a story with Moth in it. So yeah. And I read this directly after I read the first Boy Wonder story, the first Robin story. So only Year 1 stuff I'm missing is I believe in the DC universe, for Batman at least, is the rest of this, Robin Year 1, Nightwing Year 1, and Batman and Robin Year 1. There may be others, but I already have Batman Year 1. And Arkham Origins and Director's Story. which is also a year one story for Batman. And I'm also missing that Batgirl Arkham Knight story, which is a year one for the Arkham universe version of Batgirl. But it's funny how both stories have Killer Moth as the bad guy. But yeah, pretty good story actually. It features as a cameo in a newspaper, the JSA, the Justice Society of America, which wouldn't that be the JSOA? But that don't sound good. Same as how the JLOA, Justice League of America, the JLA just sound, and the JSA just sound better than the JSOA and the JLOA. Yeah. But yeah, this is a pretty good story. I got this one because I realized I have Batman stories. I got multiple stories featuring every Robin from Dick Grayson. Because of this, I have Nightwing and Dick Grayson story in here, and I think in here I have a Batgirl story in here, but I don't really have that many Batgirl stories. I have multiple Dick Grayson stories, one Jason Todd story, a collection of Tim Drake stories and Tim Drake and other stories, and a couple Damian stories. And I never really had that many Batgirl stories, so boom. With that, so I'm trying to get the rest of the Bat family to at least one story for them each. So yeah, which may be hard, but yeah, that's it for now.